first question is I said, okay, number 3, 4-coal offset soft catch. So, and baited it 14, something fired the trap and was ready to pull the screw out.
Wow. I don't have a whole lot of experience. I have been
Hey.
telling me that they
Thanks, honey.
witnessed, coyotes there when pulling up to get power right out of them and all that.
By those. And so it was, you couldn't add 4-coal, you couldn't even put unit wires on the trap, even though somehow mine changed back to that whatsoever to them. And I saw 3 separate guys in front of me on my driveway house. And you're talking about this heartbreaking. And people don't want to think that's happening, but
Well, they're heated, so normal response is common.
Yes, yeah. Well, those are the questions from Calvin from Cleveland, Tennessee. And I hope that helps you out, man. This is, I get a lot of stuff like this. Most of the time they're not snail mail to me, though, where someone took the time to write them out, their emails. And it's really hard to answer questions when you're doing it blind. I'm missing coyotes, why? Or when a good friend of mine from Contaming, Pennsylvania calls me about a month ago, or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, and the coyotes aren't getting within 6 foot of his traps, and he wants to know why. Now, how in the world did you expect me to know that, Randy?
Well, that wasn't exactly the question.
Hey, what was the question?
Do you know any rule makers that will actually make coyotes with one circle in their
Well, you can't make a coyote do anything.
No, you cannot. No, you can't. That's for sure. You can. Patience is about the only way to ask them to do anything.
Yes, that's especially the new trappers. That's what I'm calling out from a lot of these questions. Is in our world it moves so fast.
All right, well, the rain decided to show up. That doesn't stop us from working on these. So we'll just put it on through, and however much slack you think you're gonna need, you leave that amount, and then we'll just wrap this up, wrap it around there. Once we get it wrapped around, you'll have your height. You'll be able to hammer this in, twisted it, and put a little, just kind of like a little 90-degree bend in there. And that way, whenever it goes down, that'll seat. Pretty pleased with how they turned out, really. Finished up this bucket of stakes, and then this bucket of support. Didn't take no time, did it, Chuck? You're probably wondering, like, why is he showing us, like, these snare supports made from wood twigs and this and that? And the reason I'm doing that, it's actually because, some people are trapping on a budget, and when it comes down to having some stuff that's pretty reliable, it's easy to make these. And with the tree that had fallen down, I mean, this is about a thumb size twig, and I mean, you can tell it's sturdy, it's good. So I mean, in the soft banks, I can plug these in, and then I can toggle off to a tree, to a sapling. I could anchor it into the ground with a Berkshire or disposable, and I can just hopefully keep reusing these. Now over time, the wood's going to damage, but you could probably still salvage the wire. So really, it took me a day. I cut them up yesterday, and then today I made them, and I've made 75 or 76, but I'll round down 75. And here's 2. They're good. They're solid. I mean, You can push those in, tap them in with your mallet, tap them in with your shovel. But the reason I'm doing that is, I mean, I have hundreds and hundreds of snare supports and different types. I have the ones with the 10 penny nails with the wire welded to it. I have the ones where I've made them with the W out of the wire. That's a good way to do it. Anyways, and there's multiple ways to do it, but I just thought, you know, if you were balling on a budget and you wanted to try and make something that was a little bit more stable than just your average W. So yeah, the W, that will stop it, you know, from spinning around whenever you anchor it down, but it's not going to stop it from tilting one way or the other, especially in soft ground. So I think this gives you a little bit better advantage in that instance. I'm not saying, you know, this is the best way. I'm just saying this. I think this is a very reasonable way of doing things if you're, you know, on a budget and say you have some just old wire laying around. I had that already cut up. That was just recycled wire, and I had it all cut up, and I made a bunch of those, and now I've got to go through and I've got to make the cable for my stakes, my wooden stakes. So, and no, I'm not going after Dracula or anything. It's just I want to use them in the creek banks and see how I like them and see how versatile they are, and kind of go from there. Just make my own assumptions and then keep record, and then hopefully I can give you that information. So appreciate it, and there will be some extra content on the masterclass. So if you're not a part of it and you'd like to be a part of it, like to check it out, go on to the website and click on masterclass. You can kind of skim it, read about it. You can look at some of the stuff on just my, you know, the public part of my website. So if you want to dive into it and go a little farther, then just click on sign up and we'll get you taken care of. And if you have any questions, just get a hold of me. But appreciate it, man. I'm gonna get to this and I'll talk to you later.